just saw the full episode of our pool storage install with Thomas and I as our own clients, and today I want to do a behind the design where I can show you and talk to you about a few more of the design details that we weren't able to cover in the episode. So walk with me as I show you and walk you through. The first thing you'll notice is that I'm standing on faux turf. I am definitely in love with the faux turf that we used here. And it's something that I recommend to all of my clients when there are spaces that are difficult for them to grow grass or they get a lot of traffic and they're small-ish areas. It can be expensive if it is in a large area, so if it's not in your budget, that may not be an option for you, but in a small area like this, it works so well with all the traffic that we have going from our indoor space into this pool area, pool equipment area, where Thomas is constantly turning the pool on and off and just like maintaining the equipment. So faux turf, if you have the ability to do it, I definitely recommend it. They've got so many very real looking options nowadays. Behind me, this is probably my favorite piece of the entire design, and this is kind of the launching pad where I started everything. This door that I created, it's really a shutter door. And really what that means is that it was much easier to build. There wasn't nearly as much exact measurement that needed to be done. I actually built this door myself, and you can see, I'll turn this way, you can see the hinges on either side on the outside of the door, and what that enables the door to do is to not fit perfectly inside of a door jamb the way you would on an inside or on an exterior door of your home. It very much is a shutter, meaning it covers over the space, but it doesn't perfectly fit within the space. So like I said, that enables you to get away with not as perfect of carpentry, which again was perfect for me because I was the one who did this door, and I was inspired by Alice Beach in Florida to come up with this design. So that's where I came up with this. I got the hinges on Amazon, and I'll put that link below so you guys can have that if you're interested. The paint color for this door is Privilege Green, which is a Sherwin-Williams color, and I believe this is a satin sheen. So just keep all those in mind. And then my door handle that I used here is something that matches our exterior doors that we just installed on the outside of our home. So I just used a dummy lock here, or a dummy door handle here for this, and then we used a magnetic closure so that all it does is just have a metal strip on one side, a magnet on the other, and as you close it, it just kind of sits there and it doesn't pull apart. So super simple door, but I think it really just adds something really beautiful to the storage space. And then you can see all of our junk inside here, but we really tried to maximize everything we needed in this space, which was pool equipment, pool toys, and pool chemicals and things like that. We've also got our gardening things like soil and fertilizer in here. We've also got Roundup and pest control type things on one. That's all on one side. The opposite side, we have all of our gardening tools like shovels, rakes, things like that. So you guys can see the key here is always knowing what you want to put into the space and then developing a way to hold all of those things. So we knew that we wanted all these flat items, so we created a rack system to be able to hold everything. So there really is a lot of stuff packed into this small space, but it's able to be done when you plan accordingly. So we've got shelves on the right side, flat storage on the left side, and we've got our lawnmower right here in the middle, and it really works out well for us. As you guys remember, this all used to just be like one big alcove, and so all this was added in front. Our roofing, I ended up going with an in-stock Lowe's. I can't remember if it was Lowe's or Home Depot, but it was the white corrugated plastic roofing that they sell there, and it's not originally what I wanted. I originally wanted metal, but as it turned out, plastic ended up being a better option for us because it was easy for us to cut, and we weren't like cutting up our hands in the process, because as we were doing it, we were realizing how much more dangerous a metal roof would have been for us to work with and how much more difficult. So this really worked out for the best. I really do like the cute wave pattern of it. I wasn't convinced of that in the beginning, but now that it's up, I just think it's super precious. So again, that was an in-stock thing. It was not special order. This here is a vent. This is a detail that we put in to make sure, because in the summer it gets super hot in here. This pool equipment is running all the time, and so this pulls the heat out of that equipment area and out into the air, and so it doesn't get super hot in here. I think the only thing I haven't mentioned here is the color of this storage shed, except for the Privilege Green that we did on the door. Everything else is called Greek Villa. It is my favorite white, shade of white or creamy white. It's on the entire stucco wall that surrounds my pool area, and it's what we used here just so they would have a very seamless look. I think that's everything. If you guys have any questions, make sure to comment below. I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about this project. Super excited it's finished, and I think it looks like it's been here forever. And that's it. That's everything for this episode of Simple Honest Design Behind the Design.